Welcome to DTF Watch This, the series where we tell you what shows or movies that we watched recently that we think you should go check out as well. So today we're going to do Vivarium. It's this weird like sci-fi thriller.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't say thriller. I would say kind of a little more suspense. Psychological suspense. Kind of thriller.
Or whatever you want it to be, it's that.
Slasher.
Essentially, the story is you have two characters. You have Tom and Gemma, Gemma's a school teacher, and Tom's like a handyman or a janitor for...
No, I think he's like a gardener.
Oh, yeah, there we go. He's like a gardener. Yeah. They go to the realtor. The realtor's really weird, and he wants to take them to Yonder. That's what the community's called. And they go in there, and all the houses are exactly the same. There are all these green houses. The yards are all perfect and everything. And even like the little fences are pretty much green, the little barriers between all the houses. Everything's the same color. Even in the house, they have a picture of the house in the house above the fire mantle, showing them around the house and all that. And then he leaves them there without them knowing. And they try to leave and they just can't leave this neighborhood. They were driving a bunch and it's just impossible. So they're just kind of stuck in this house. And then it kind of develops from there.
Because when they're there, someone delivers food to them out of the blue. Food.
They don't ever see these people either.
Yeah. Food appears on their front doorstep. And all of a sudden, boom, a baby appears out of nowhere. Yeah, it's definitely a movie that, let's say, my wife would have turned to me afterwards, like, what the hell did we just watch? Like,
Diana doesn't like the movie at all. She's like, it's too creepy for me. She's like, I just don't like it.
It's a movie for people that like movies that are strange and make you think. It's like The Cube. It's like Moon with Samuel Rockwell, one of my favorite actors.
That's another Samuel Rockwell, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, if you like movies like that, I think you would like this movie.
Yeah, movies that make you think and like question things after and like get your mind going and then make you kind of like wonder, did I like this? Yeah. And then you watch it again. I've watched this movie, honestly, like 6 times. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of like kimchi. You eat it. You're like, oh, this is rotten cabbage. It's spicy. Do I like it? Yeah, I do.
Let me try it again. Yeah. And then like, I don't know. 6 times in, I don't know. No, I actually really like this movie. It was hard for me to understand the very first. So I'm going to let you know, little tip. If you do watch this movie, you got to pay attention to the title sequence, like this whole intro, because it basically tells you what the movie is about. And it's messed up. It's like cuckoo bird lays an egg in another nest. And then the cuckoo bird, as that one hatches, pushes out all the other babies. And then the little bird uses all its energy to feed this bird like it's its own. So pay attention to that because it's a huge point of the movie or the plot of the movie, and you'll see it develop through. And I think they do it in a really cool way.
I think one thing that I rather enjoyed about this movie that is completely breaks the rules of, the 3-act storytelling of movie rules. They basically, the first act is like 2 minutes long, and then you're in the movie, and it really draws out the anxiety that you feel for them being trapped. You're trapped in this house as long as basically they are, it feels like. So I definitely think we need to do an entire deep dive into this movie and do an entire episode on it, because
I was thinking that as I was watching it again yesterday, because it's about relationships too in this, like the relationship between Tom and Gemma, and then also the struggles of raising a child, and then kind of the struggles of a relationship that is lacking communication and being on the same page. So I do think we could easily get super deep into this movie and relate it to relationships and stuff, because that's essentially kind of what the movie revolves around. And like you said, it breaks this rule of movies, and it kind of circles through like these same few acts like really quickly. And I think it's unique. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it. And I think that's what really made me start thinking a whole lot more about it.
I enjoyed it more the second time than the first one, because the first time I'm just like, whoa. Because it's weird, and then at the end it gets weird.
Yeah, it just keeps going, and like you said, it really hones in on the uneasiness of everything. It makes you feel uneasy, and like you're feeling for them because they're in like a really weird situation that they just can't get out of, and they're trying to figure it out as you're trying to figure it out too. So has some cool twists and turns.
Yeah, it's not one of those movies where you done watching it and you're like, okay, well that went nowhere. Like there was no point to it. Like it definitely has a point, but you're left with so many questions.
Well, that's the reason why I tell everybody, pay attention to the cuckoo bird thing in the beginning, because I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't know anything about cuckoo birds until this movie. And then I went and researched cuckoo birds. It's weird. I don't know. I went down this rabbit hole. But yeah, it doesn't leave you where you're just like, that seemed pointless. You mean a cuckoo hole? Cuckoo hole?
Yeah, not a rabbit hole, a cuckoo hole.
Man, sometimes when you like mention something, like it has to process in my brain. I'm like, what is this weird little thing he's mentioning? Catches me off guard every time.
Yeah. Because you're not smart.
Right? Yeah, I'm just dumb. That's what it comes down to. I need somebody else.
Smart man.
I need somebody else to tell me all the smart things so then I can pretend like I know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I definitely say watch the movie if you're into anything kind of like we described, and I think you'll enjoy it. Man,
that kid's creepy though.
Yeah.
Right? Just nonstop. Just like.
Did you ever watch or see the old National Enquirer or tabloids in like the grocery stores?
Oh, you're going to go with the Bat Kid, aren't you?
The Bat Boy. He looks just like the Bat Boy.
It does, kind of. Yeah. The whole screaming thing. So
yeah, I have the Bat Boy like tabloid somewhere in a box.
Dang, you all like bought it and kept it. That thing, I felt like that one was out there forever. So yeah, if you like the National Enquirer or whatever that is, and you like the Bat Boy on there, then you're going to love this movie.
Yeah.
If you remember that, then just watch this movie. I don't know.
I'm glad that you saw where I was going with it.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah. Most of the time,
I just have to pretend like I know what you're talking about. I'm like, I don't know, how do I get out of this? But this time I knew.
Yeah, you sympathy laugh, or you just
We're syncing up. Dad vibes are just like shh. So like, subscribe, hit up all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, just look us up there. We're on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio for your driving entertainment. Those are our longer episodes on there. So yeah, hit us up. Venmo, Patreon, and all that stuff as well. And what means most to us is to share our stuff, pass it on, leave us some comments. That way we know we're doing a good job in keeping you entertained. And then if you're not entertained, let us know why you're not entertained. So that way we can like make adjustments. We want to be cool and entertaining for you. We want to be the cool kids.
Yeah, we've already had one hater, so.
Yeah, and we were super happy for that. I just wish he would have explained a little bit more so we can understand what you guys like and what you guys don't like, because we're new to all this and we've been going at it for about 4 or 5 months, I think now. And we just want to improve and, be better versions of ourselves, and hopefully give you guys some tips to be better versions of you and better versions in your relationship and in your family life and your fatherhood life or motherhood life if you're a mom watching this too. And yeah, we appreciate moms watching this too. I think we've had most people that comment are women, moms. So where you at, dads? Step it up and go watch Vivarium. So next time. Peace.
See you guys.